Okay, hello everybody, I am Pyrus 30, and today I'm bringing you a bit of an update. It's more so on the modding aspect of my Skyrim playthrough. So, I'm going to be giving you guys a kind of a bit of a rundown of how I'm going to be doing this off camera, and give you a bit of the mechanics behind of the gameplay that I'm going to be bringing. So, first off, the biggest change, I've played through Skyrim a couple times before, so I'm not going into this blind, but I have made a couple changes to shake things up a little bit, give me a new taste for the game, and the first one I have is Skyrim. So, I went and did some research of my own on the page. It's, well, research if you want to call it that. It's essentially, at its core, is a perk overhaul, and it redoes the entire perk system, and in its way, it makes other changes to the gameplay that it changes things up a lot. If I'm not mistaken, a couple of the key things that there's different kinds of weapons, the potions are a little bit different, and the biggest change is in the combat. Well, at least the most noticeable change, outside the perks that is the combat. It makes things a little more precise, a little more interesting, and it's a new taste on the way Skyrim does its combat. I'm also going to be playing with a couple of overhauls. One of them will be used guaranteed, and the other, maybe, depends on what happens. The first one is Dragon Combat Overhaul. I'm sure many of you have heard of that before. It's, quite honestly, it's genius. There's no real changes to the vanilla dragons, except the way that they behave, and that's the brilliance of it. I'm using that alongside deadly dragons to create it makes the dragons what they should have been, in my opinion, and I think it just works really well. And also, outside dragons, I'm using the Civil War Overhaul by the same author, and I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to be used, but it's there. I had to install it at the start of the game, he says, simply for it to work. So I installed it out of curiosity, and I'm going to leave it there for maybe eventually in the storyline we decide to do the Civil War. So we're going to figure that out. I also have Falscar installed, and that essentially is a brilliant mod from what I've heard. It's a DLC-sized map. It's impressive. It's all made by one guy. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm pretty sure it's one guy. But I think I played through it. It was a lot of fun, and I'm going to be doing that as well. Now for the immersion factor of this Let's Play. I will be having several mods that make things a little bit less intrusive and more cinematic in a way. I have Frostfall, a survival mod on. It makes the environment actually harmful to you, so you can't go running around for hours in a blizzard. And swimming in the Arctic it certainly won't end well. Let's just leave it at that. I've changed up the UI a little bit. I've installed a couple of mods that will reduce the clutter and make things a little cleaner. And overall, I think it works really well, so I'm going to leave that there. Visuals is the biggest thing that deviates from the vanilla Skyrim to what I'm going to be doing. I've got loads and loads of mods installed well, that's an exaggeration, but I've got quite a lot installed in terms of the visual factor. My EMB, however, will be Real Vision EMB by Skyrim Tuner, which I think is very nice. It saturates the colors a little more, it brings the world to life without overdoing it and making it look cartoony. That's the reason I really enjoy it. I'm going to be using that in combinations with Climates of Tamriel and Realistic Lighting Overhaul. I think it'll overall lead to a really nice viewing experience, and I am looking forward to that. However, that's not the full extent of the mods I have installed. I've got little details, fixes, I have the unofficial patches, I have lots of things there that will, overall, I hope, blend together to create a nice Skyrim experience, and I'm excited. I will have a full list down below of the mods I am using, and for the future, I will also leave that there in the description of all the videos that I post. Skyrim videos, that is. I'm not going to be putting that in a series like Assassin's Creed. Obviously, that's not fitting. But I am also open to any suggestions that you guys might have. I will often be checking the responses that I get to the videos. And if I get suggested any mod that I think I will enjoy, it will be beneficial, I might go and throw it in the load order. So don't be afraid to let me know things I should try. I'm ready to explore. I will definitely give things shots, and we'll see how things play out. Alright, thank you for listening, and have a good day. Take care.